What on earth is even going on, guys? This is actually so nuts. The Chicago Bulls are on an absolute heater right now, and they are showing no signs of slowing down. I cannot even believe what we just witnessed. Josh Giddey's half-court shot may go down as one of those moments in Bulls history. Obviously, there are a lot of those moments, the Jordan days, the Derrick Rose bank shot, but what just happened against the Lakers is insane. And it's not even about that the Bulls won, it is the fact that once again, against a good team, they hung around and competed. The future is now in Chicago, and they are a team that nobody wants to see in the play-in. So let's talk about what just went down and everything going on with the Bulls. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Alright, so getting into the game film, the thing I love so much about what the Bulls have been doing is they just play simple basketball. Yeah, they move the ball around, but not too much. When a shot is there, they take it. Everyone plays with confidence. They don't make the game harder than it has to be. So here we got Giddey running the floor with the ball. He maybe could have pulled up if he was in a rhythm, but instead, he decides to just go right at the chest of Rui Hachimura, and he finishes over the top. But this was actually good defense, just a very tough shot and better offense. Here Vucevic starts the possession off down low with the ball. He swings it up to Herter, who was ready to shoot, seeing number 77 in front of him, but he decides not to and gives the ball to Kobe White to reset things. Well, at least I thought, but Kobe decided to launch one from the horn of the Bulls logo, and that is just water. It's crazy that the Bulls are at a point where this is the offense. Now Buzelis starts this possession off with the ball at the wing. He swings it over to Giddy, who is ready to shoot it. Bad defense by LeBron, lazy effort by the Lakers, and Giddy knocks it down with no problem. Next up, Patrick Williams has got Luka one-on-one on the wing, and what happens after this is almost laughable. I know people have been saying that Luka has improved his defense, but he's just not a good defender, period, plain and simple. So good on the Bulls and Patrick Williams to see the mismatch and attack it. Now we got Josh Giddey leading transition. He throws it ahead to Herter, who is looking to push. He swings it over to Buzelis, who is ready to shoot and knocks down the tough moving corner 3 over AR-15. Again, the Bulls offense is simple. They don't overcomplicate things. They find the open guy, and right now everyone has been shooting with a lot of confidence. Here once again, Patrick Williams starts with the ball on the wing. He does a little in and out hezzy to turn the corner, and once he draws the help from Jackson Hayes inside, he just dumps it off to Zach Collins, who finishes off the play. And then Kobe White the next possession pretty much did the same exact thing, but in a different way. He split the double to get to the rim, and he knew this was regular season Brown in the paint. He's not jumping at that, so he got the easy layup and finished it. Once again, to add to the common theme of the first half, Patrick Williams drove the ball in, dumped it inside to Collins, and he did the rest. And his postgame is super underrated. This was not easy at all. And then following that possession, Giddy led the transition. Again, awful defense by Luka. He should have stepped up and Hayes should have rotated, but Giddy just went right through and got the layup. And then he also knocked down a wide open 3 to follow that as well. And that is why Giddy's stats have been what they have been. He just finds himself with so many open looks, and he always capitalizes. And then to follow that up, this is how you really know the Bulls are playing with so much confidence. Kevin Herter starts with the ball up top, and he has one thing on his mind. He just steps back and lets it fly and drills a tough 3. And then coming out of the break, I love this unselfish play from Kobe White because he drove in, he realized he did not have the advantage on Hayes, so he threw it back out behind him to Vucevic, who then had the Luka mismatch, and he was able to take it to the rack. Really, this entire game was just about abusing Luka defensively. Here finally the Lakers got some sort of stop, but no, they actually didn't, because Vucevic gets the rebound and swings it out to Kobe White, who attacks, draws the help, which leaves Giddy open for 3, and that is just money every time right now. I love this play right here because it shows the simplicity and effectiveness of the Bulls ball movement. Giddy gets the ball, drives in, he gets the Lakers to scramble, and then he makes the extra pass to the corner, and White was ready to catch and shoot, and he knocked it down. And then to the final play of the game, what you all have been waiting for, Reeves beat Patrick Williams inside for the layup for what we thought was the game winner, but the Bulls didn't panic. They had a play set up. Williams threw it to Giddy, who was the trailer, and he was able to get his momentum going forward to give himself a chance, and he knocked down one of the biggest shots of the last decade of Bulls history. This was a fun one that people in attendance will not forget for a long time, and this was a big game to win for the standings because the Bulls are inching closer and closer to getting out of that 9 vs 10 seed game. They have to continue to win. They really can't afford many more losses. Now for some of the numbers, Kobe White played 38 minutes. He had 26 points and 9 assists. He was 9 of 20 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3. Kevin Herter led the team along with Josh Giddey in minutes, playing 39, and he had 21, 6 and 5. And then Giddy, he had another triple-double with 25 points, 14 rebounds, and 11 assists, and he was +8 from the floor and 8 of 19 shooting the ball, 4 of 9 from behind the arc, and Kevin Huerter was 5 of 10 from behind the arc too, matching Kobe White's productivity. And then, in terms of bench play, Zach Collins had 10, and then Patrick Williams had 11, 5, and 4. So overall, many contributors to this win. I know they only won by 2, but it is the Lakers. They're a good team. This was a tough game to win, and the Bulls got it done. Here's what some of the guys had to say in their post-game interviews following this dub.
Pat hit a big shot in the corner very nonchalantly. I guess that's what he does, Patrick Lee Williams. Then Josh, obviously high IQ, cerebral, gets a steal, finds me, I hit a shot. Then obviously they scored. Josh gets to the Pat gets it back to him. Half-court walk-off, very nonchalantly once again. Josh, big sauce Giddy.
No, it's been great. I mean, I think that the one thing, you know, about the group, and I think also with the style of play we've been trying to play, you know, it was a rough third quarter for us, but they came back and scored 44 points in the fourth, you know, and they just kind of stay with it and they keep competing and they keep grinding. I mean, you know, give the Lakers credit. They probably had a lot to do with the way we played on offense. I didn't think it was kind of to the level we were playing at on the West Coast. I just thought at times we got stagnant, and they've got size and length and the ability to switch. But we just kind of stayed with it, just kept competing and competing and competing, and just gave ourselves a chance. And obviously, we were fortunate enough to make some plays at the end. You know, a lot of things had to go well. You know, it started off with Patrick's 3, and then Josh with that steal, and then Kobe's 3, and you know, we'll watch the film on the play Reeves drove. I thought we had it covered pretty good in the timeout. You know, we kind of broke down there a little bit, but the wherewithal to get the ball and bounce quickly. And I thought Patrick throwing it right back to Josh across the middle of the floor at least gave him as best of a look as he could have from that distance, right? And you know, obviously it was a remarkable shot, but you know, you could also be walking off the court feeling totally differently if that shot doesn't go in.
You can't plan for Josh's steal and kick to Kobe and a half-court game winner, but the play you mentioned, the Patrick Williams play, that looked like a design play, the swing pass, the Vooch to Patrick in the corner.
Yeah, no, they did a really good job. I think we ran some action. They kind of took it away. Vooch did a great job popping back. We quickly swung it, and they had really kind of emptied out to take away Kobe and Kevin coming off the screen. And I thought Vooch did a great job finding the next guy, and we kind of got it quickly to the corner and got Patrick a relatively good look, and at least allowed us to set our defense and try to get a steal.
That's really all I have to say for this video. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this game and this breakdown, and also let me know what you would like to see next. If you haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And until next time, I will see you all later.